rolling. All right. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, verses 1 and 2. And the scripture reads, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord. Verse 2, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai. Call her Lord Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Harakah Kodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessing and salutation to the elect men who push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in these latter days. Shabbat Shalom, Akim. Shabbat Shalom. The book of Revelations, chapter 6, breakdown. The book of Revelations, chapter 6, breakdown. Okay? Let's jump right into it. The book of Revelations, chapter 6 and verse 1. All right? It's the prophet John, okay, on the island of Patmos, all right, which is in Greece. Okay? And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were the noise of thunder, one of the four beasts saying, Come and see. So these seals, okay, you have seals, you have bowls, you have vials, you have trumpets, okay? Great destruction and salvation, okay? So ultimately, these seals represents what? The knowledge and wisdom and understanding of these scriptures, okay? Which were already given to the elect, okay? Which were predestined already. Before Yahweh Shai formed them in the belly, he gave it to them. Okay, that's why when we read Jeremiah 3 and verse 15, he speaks about what? Yahweh Shai saying, I will give you pastors according to his heart that will feed you with knowledge. So you have to have that knowledge and wisdom and understanding to break down these scriptures. Okay, correctly, rightly dividing. Okay, so the latter part of that scripture says what? One of the four beasts saying, Come and see. So these four beasts are diverse and different from the four beasts spoken of in Daniel, the 7th chapter. All right? These four beasts are who? The Alahayim, the holy angels. Okay? What you know it as. Okay? The powers that be. Okay? That are making all these things happen upon earth. Okay? Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael. All right? Those are the ones that's making it happen. That's what we're talking about with these four beasts. Verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse. Okay? And horse represents what? Represents power. Okay? White represents what? Okay? Purity. Okay? Faithfulness. Okay? The one that is true. Okay? I read that in 2nd Ezra 15th chapter in verse 2. Okay? One that is blameless. Okay? Matter of fact, let's back it up. Revelation chapter 19. All right? And verse 11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse. And he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Woo! It's Yahweh Shai. Okay? Making that return. Okay? And it's going to be done righteously. Okay? So let's read about it. Revelation chapter 6. All right? And verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him, that he is Yahweh Shai, sat on him, had a bow, and a crown was given unto him. And he went forth conquering and to conquer. So when you read Revelation the 12th chapter, the 7th verse, it speaks about a war in heaven. Okay? The dragons of the earth. All nations in the European Union. Okay? Nailed. Okay? So during World War III, all nations that have been gathered together, the Lord of hosts has mustered them to the host of the battle. They're going to stop in the middle of that war and turn and fight Yahweh Shai. Okay? That's also found in 2nd Ezra 13th chapter, when the prophet Ezra said all he saw was nothing but dust and smell of smoke. Okay? They were destroyed. Okay? They were taken down. Let's prove that also with another precept. All right? The book of Daniel. All right? Real quick. All right? Daniel chapter 7 and verse 9. Straight to it. And I beheld till the thrones were cast down, thrones of what? Are the kings of the earth, these dominions. Okay? All these nations, okay, are going to be cast down. Okay? And Yahweh Shai is literally going to be wearing that crown up on top of his head, man. Okay? Like when you see these fighters in the ring within these boxing matches, okay? The person who has the belt, when he loses or gets knocked out, okay? When the referee raises that person's hand, he has the belt in his hand because he's beat that opponent. So he has the belt now. Okay? So this is Yahweh Shai taking these kings of the earth down and wearing that throne on top of his head, man. Okay, that crown. Okay? It's like that crown on top of his head. Okay, so it says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, Yahweh, whose garment was white. It's that word again, white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. That's a chariot, what the world knows as UFO. So when you read that horse spoken of in the book of Revelation, it represents power. Okay, represents the chariot. Okay, he's going to be literally standing on top of that chariot, according to 2nd to 13th chapter. Okay, you can start from verse 1 and read all the way down. So this is Revelation chapter 6 and verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. Verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red. Who's the red one? Esau, Edom. And we can prove that through the scriptures. He's the red one. Okay? The book of Genesis. All right? Chapter 25. All right? Start at verse 23. And the Lord said unto her, Rebekah, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people. And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. Verse 25. And the first came out red all over, like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. This is talking about you. Okay? Beginning with the chief house. Okay? Amalek. Okay? Let's get them also. Genesis chapter 27. Verse 38. And Esau said unto his father, hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. Verse 39. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and of the dew of heaven from above. So these are Amalekites, what the world knows, the Illuminati, okay? The secret society, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, okay? Bilderbergs, so on and so forth. They have the fatness of the whole earth, okay? It was given unto them, the red one, okay? And power was given unto him, Job 9:24, unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. So ultimately this begins with who? Alexander the Great. Okay? Now it's very understandable why Esau took the Apocrypha out of the Bible. Okay? To hide himself. Okay? He wants to hide himself, but you've been exposed. The wicked has been revealed in these latter days. So with that, let's go to the book of Maccabees. Okay? Maccabees, chapter 1 and verse 1. Alexander the Great. Okay? And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, okay, and Philip the father, okay, his reign was in 338 BC, okay, to 336 BC, okay. After that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Shittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and Medes. And I'm going to do a video on Daniel the 8th chapter, which also correlates and lines up with this also, man. Okay? And it said, which is the ram, okay? All right? The Persian Empire, okay, was going forth, okay? Alexander took them down, okay? That he reigned in his stead the first over Greece Okay? Just wanted to throw that in there real quick, okay? It's all started with Alexander the Great, okay? Which the Greek, okay? The free, okay? What we call him over here, Great Millstone, okay? Beginning with the elders and apostles. Revelation chapter 6, okay, and verse 5. And I'm doing this video for the younger brothers so they can get an understanding of it, okay? Because we're in the time to, well, look, the internet may just be deleted in the coming days, okay? Cyber attacks, blackouts, okay? So get it while you can, bro, okay, brethren, all right? Revelation 6 and 5, all right? And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, the third one, okay, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. Black horse represents what? Dark times, okay? Darkness, okay? Ultimately what? Jacob's trouble. And we are in the beginning stages of that, man. Okay? Let's go. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay, which represents what? The inflation and the hyperinflation. Okay? You seeing these prices go from here, okay, risen up, now they're what? Bam. And they're going to increase even more. Inflation to hyperinflation. Okay? Global food shortages. Okay? So these bad times represents what? Famine. Okay? The increase of prices. Okay? People not be able to buy these things. Okay? Labor shortages. Okay? People not going to work. Okay? It represents what? Sword being issued in. Because once people don't have nothing, they're going to turn to the streets. Civil unrest. Okay? 2 15, verse 14 all the way down. Okay? Bad times are on the earth. What the Bible calls in the book of Timothy, perilous times, okay? Dangerous times, hard to deal with, difficult times, they are here. Okay? Revelation chapter 6, okay, the last part of verse 5. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. Okay? Verse 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. And I'm going to stop at that word wheat real quick. Okay? Because we see what's going on over there in Russia and Ukraine. Okay? They produce a vast amount of wheat, soybeans, okay, corn, okay, gas, okay. You know what I'm saying? All those things those commodities that are upon the earth that people need. Okay? A large portion of that happens over there. So I have an article that I'm going to read that I had planned for another lesson, but I'm going to do it now since it ties right in. All right? It says Russia is used to produce huge amounts of wheat, corn, and other crops. Wheat in particular is a big export market, and Russian wheat accounts for and around 17% of the global supply. Ukraine produces 18% of the global world's sunflower seeds, cotton seeds, and safflower seeds. 13% of corn production, 12% of global barley, which is one of my favorite herbs, okay, Santé barley, you can look that up, okay. 12% of global barley exports and 8% of wheat and mescaline, okay. That's a little history right there on that, man. Okay? It's going up on, it's happening right now. Okay? Just throw this in there. Russia is third in gas and oil. All right? Behind what? United States and Saudi Arabia. Okay? Now they're looking into other nations, okay, to get some kind of oil. Okay? From Saudi Arabia, which didn't answer the call yesterday from the United States. Okay? So now they're going to look to Iran. Okay, and if you brothers know this, okay, it was several countries that America had to invade, okay, and Iran, okay, is number 7 on that list, the last one, okay? You can look that up also, okay? So back into the scriptures, okay, it says, verse 6, Revelation 6 and 6, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny. And that word penny goes into denarios, okay? So whatever your hourly wages is, whatever how much money you make per hour on the job, okay, they're going to have to increase and give you a raise in order to match what's all going on out here. They got to do it them damn selves, okay? Because you're seeing gas go up, or the global supply chain shortages, okay, happening. Prices are being increased. It's a lack of that going on. You seen a video today where a trucker had to put $1,000 of gas or diesel into his truck Just for one day, $1,056. The Edomite put inside of his 18-wheeler, diesel. Okay? So they have to match that. Okay? You see where it's at now? You have to match that in order to survive out here, man. Okay? Which ultimately leading to the crashing of the society. Zephaniah 1 and 10. All right? So it says, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. I'm going to stop right there. So when you read Revelation 5, all the way down to this latter part that I just read, this is Jacob's trouble. This is for you 2/3. Okay? This is the plague that's coming upon the whole earth. Okay? And it's not going to stop. Okay? It's going to get worse and worse. Okay? That's for you. Okay? But the latter part says what? It says, see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. We're talking about the elect, because we're not going to be affected by this. Yahweh Shema says he's going to provide for us in these latter days. Isaiah 65, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servants shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Okay? We represent the oil. Okay? This truth. Isaiah 61. All right? Isaiah 61. Real quick. Page is 2 out, so I'm going to go to my alternate Bible. All right? Isaiah 61. All right? Isaiah 61. All right? And verse 3. I can read from the top. I'm going to start at verse 3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, who the one that's mourning, the elect, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil for joy for mourning, because we're in a lower state right now. Okay? We're going to get that oil. Okay? That truth. Okay? Yahweh Shema is going to provide for these in these last days, man. Okay? Waver you on your belief. The garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called the tree of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. So the people are going to see the glorified ones in these latter days. Okay? We're going to sing for joy, while you sing for vexation of spirit, you 2/3. Okay? Because he's going to provide for us. So Esau, you're not going to be able to touch us, man. Okay? We're not going to be affected by this. All right? All right, so let's read the latter part again. It says, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine, touch not mine anointed. Okay? Get a precept for that also. Okay? And it says, not the oil and the wine. All right, so let's go to the book of Sirach. All right. Chapter 39. All right. Sirach 39. All right. And verse 26. The principal thing for the whole use of man's life are water, fire, iron, and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk, and the blood of the grape, and oil, and clothing. All these things are for the good to the godly. That's it, man. We're going to be taken care of, man. So to the sinners, they are turned to evil. All right? Bad time. That black horse. All right? The book of Revelation, chapter 6 and verse 7. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse. And his name that sat up on him was Death. And hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. This is all Jacob's trouble. To point over you 4 kinds. Let's get that real quick, man. 4 kinds of death coming for you 2/3. All right? The book of Jeremiah. All right? Chapter 15. I think we'll start at 2. Jeremiah 15 and 2. And it shall come to pass, if they say unto thee, whither shall we go forth? Then thou shalt tell them, thus saith the Lord, such as for death to death, and such as are for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity. Verse 3, and I will appoint over them 4 kinds, saith the Lord, the sword to slay, and the dog to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and destroy. Famine, okay? Starvation, okay? Civil unrest, okay? So as soon as you ain't got nothing to eat, okay, you're going to starve to death, then you're going to want to go out there and rouse up and take another man's goods, then you're going to get killed, okay? So the latter part again says what? To kill with the sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth. 2 Ezra, the 15th chapter, okay, verses 14 through 19. That's a precept for that also, okay? So let's jump down to verse, where am I at? Okay, verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw on the altars of the souls of them that were slain for the word of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the elect are going to be martyrs, because we're speaking against Esau's new world order, okay? But it's going to be hauled off to concentration camps, okay? But they're going to have these corral stations inside of them, man. The guillotine, okay? And that's just a little bit of it. It's going to be, who knows what this devil got planned for the men of the Lord, man. So it says what? And for the testimony which they held, the book of Revelations, okay? Chapter 20, to back it up, Precept 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of Yahweh, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his charagma upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. And brothers will be martyrs. Some won't, some will. We don't know who it is, okay? But just know, this prophecy will be fulfilled, okay? So let's stop there. Let's go back. Stop there and go back to Revelation, the 6th chapter, okay? In verse 10, okay? Revelation 6 and 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? So the ones who are going before us, they are crying out to Yahweh, Yahushua right now. Okay? The book of 2 Ezra. All right? Chapter 15. All right? And verse 8. Okay? Hope the video don't cut off, because I'm low on gigabytes. 2 Ezra 15 and verse 8. I will hold my tongue no more as to touching their wickedness. Talking about you, Esau, Edom, okay? Which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood represents soul, cry unto me, and the souls of the just, which are the righteous ones, complain continually, how long, O Lord? We're complaining right now upon earth. Okay, how long, O Lord? Okay, till you take this man down. King David wrote about that. Okay? So the book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse 11, and white robes, that's that word again, white, were given unto every one of them. And it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season, until their fellow servants also and their brethren that should be killed as they were should be fulfilled. Let's back that up. Go to Sirach chapter 4, okay, because this is what we're doing, okay? Giving all diligence to make our call and election sure, okay? 2 Ezra chapter 4, in verse 28. Strive for the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee. The book of Revelations, chapter 7, and verse 14. And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are they which came out of great tribulation. Through much tribulation shall we enter the kingdom of heaven. Acts 14 and 22. And have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. Okay? So we're striving to death, okay, with this ministry, man. Okay, with this knowledge. The seal's been opened unto us. The book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse 12. Okay? And I beheld, when he had opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, which means it was darkened. Okay, the sun being darkened. And the moon became as blood, a blood moon. Okay? Let's stop right there. Go to Isaiah. Okay. Man, I hope that video don't cut off. Isaiah, it is what it is though. Isaiah 24, okay? Isaiah 24 and verse, it's the whole chapter really. Isaiah 24, all right, and verse 1. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down from the missiles, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, and with the servant, so with his master, and with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of the usury, so with the giver of the usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. Okay? Verse 6. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the heavens of the earth are burned, and few men left. And in the same chapter speaks about the earth rocking to and forth like a drunkard from the missiles. 2 Ezra chapter 16. Okay? 2 Ezra 16. All right, and verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. The sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, from these missiles. Going to be tsunamis. Because radiation is going to cause what? The sun to be darkened. The moon to be turned into blood. Okay? And you can read the rest of that. All right? That whole chapter all the way down. All right? The book of Revelation chapter 6 and verse 13. And the stars of heaven, talking about missiles, fell upon earth, even as a fig tree carries her untimely fig, when she is utterly shaken of a mighty wind. The book of Isaiah. Isaiah 34 and verse 4. And all of the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. That's the mushroom cloud from these missiles. Okay? Like you roll a scroll up, look at the mushroom cloud, it's the same way. And all that host shall fall down as the leaf falleth up from the vine, which backs us up right here in Revelation 6:13, and as they fallen from the fig tree. Okay? So back in that chapter, you get Jeremiah 51:3 for that. Verse 14, as the heaven departed as a scroll, when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island will move out of their place. All these governments will move. Okay? Mainly America. Okay? Isaiah 13 chapter gets into that. You get a precept for that. Okay? All right? And it says, verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man, hid themselves in the dens and in the rocks of the mountains. We finna find out why. Okay? Because the missiles are coming. They know your house is on the way. Verse 16, and said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us, and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne. We read about that earlier in the beginning chapter. And from the wrath of the Lamb. Okay? Verse 17. Okay, you get Jeremiah 16:16 for that. We're going to be fishers. Okay? Right now. And we're going to become hunters. All right? For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? Okay? Nahum 1 and 6 is a precept for that. Okay? So let's go back. It said, and to the mountains and rocks fall upon us, and hide us from the face of him that sit on the throne. It means at least we're going to be going to the underground bunkers, these underground cities, to hide from your house shot. Okay? And that's in the book of Amos, the 9th chapter. All right? Verses 1 through 3. Why? For the great day of the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand? All right? Real quick before I close it out. This is Nahum. All right? Let's get Nahum chapter 1 and verse 5 and 6. The mountains quake at him. Woo! And the hills melt, and the earth is burned at his presence. Yea, the world and all that dwell therein. Who can stand before his indignation? Nobody. And who can abide in the fierce of his anger? His fury is poured out like fire. And he said, Luke 12:49, if the world already be on fire, he's going to add more fire. And the rocks are thrown down by him. These missiles are going to be hidden. He's going to come with fire out those chariots. Isaiah 66 and 15. Okay? So with that, that was the book of Revelation, 6th chapter. Breakdown. Okay? I want to give all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Harakah Kadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, rule and teach well, and peace and blessing say, taken to the leg men who push this truth. Abad the ball, Kwam Yasha'Allah, Shabbat Shalom, Makiyan. Revelation 6 breakdown.